Our assignment will be about the kernel soil health indicators, which will be about the cucumber. The main point for this presentation will be firstly general information about the cucumber, secondly will be the soil texture data, and the third one will be the indicator that they use, and the fourth one will be the recommendation. The cucumber environment needs a lot of care and should not be dry and hot to have a good growth and production yield. The soil composition of the cucumber soil is acidity soil, so the pH will be less than 7. And the requirement for the soil should be have a previous management conventional fertilizer, no mulch or compost, and also using greenhouse and which is cold. The soil texture of cucumber soil have 50% of sand and 20% of salt and 30% of clay. As you see here, we have a triangle which shows a different type of soil. If we start with the sand, we have 50% and we have to draw a line to other side. And we come to the salty soil, we have a 20% and also we have to draw a line until to other side. And the clay percent, we have a 30% and also we have to write a line. All these have connected to one point which is at a sandy clay loam. So the soil texture class will be sandy clay loam. Soil texture category will be coarse, medium, fine. We have a different type of indicator that we use, which are a physical indicator and chemical indicator and biological indicator. If we start with the physical, we have different types like availability, water capacity, surface hardness, and subsurface hardness, and aggregate stability. To know that, we have a value and we have to know the score. To understand more how we get the score, we choose one example for physical indicator, which is the available water capacity, and we have here a relation between the score and available water capacity. In the y-axis, we have the score, and the x-axis, we have available water capacity. The value which is 0.15%, which is between the 0.1 and 0.2. So we have to write a line from x-axis until we get to the medium fine texture, and we have another line from y-axis until we get the same point from medium fine texture. The score will be 45 with yellow color. The biological group have a different type of indicator. For example, we have organic matter, soil protein index, respiration, and active carbon. Each of them have a different value and a score. For example, we have the value of organic matter 3% with scoring 52%. As you see here, we have the chemical groups have a different indicator, for example, pH, phosphorus, potassium, and potential mineralizable nitrogen. All these indicators have a different value and rating. For example, we have the pH value 7.7, the rating or scoring is 0. The cucumber soil is at acidity, so the color will be red, so it's risk to have pH 7.7. As we see here from all these indicators, the badness or the worst groups is chemical indicators because it have a much of risking because it have more red color. All these indicators we have to use different recommendation to have a good soil for the cucumber. For example, the available water capacity, we have to use material that increasing the porosity such as the biochar, organic matter, and the biomass. This will help to have a high infiltration rate and less runoff rate, so the water will be more available in the soil. For the subsurface hardness, we have to grow a deep rooting plants and apply deep tilling to reducing the compaction of the soil. For the biological groups indicator, for example, the organic matter indicator, the recommendation for that we have to use the fertilizer that have more organic matter, add crops and plant residue to increasing the fertility of the soil. For the active carbon, we have to reducing tailings to increasing the adding of organic matter and balancing of the microbial community to have more carbon in the soil. The last one is the chemical groups indicator. For example, the EPH, they recommended that to have or using fertilizer and organic matter, also adding aluminum and sulfur to increasing the acidity of the soil pH. For the phosphorus, it's a risk to have high percent of phosphorus in the soil. So we have to use or reducing the organic matter and fertilizer that's containing the phosphorus, also to avoiding the materials that containing the phosphorus. For the potential mineralizable nitrogen, we use organic matter, use fertilizer and good water availability to increasing the availability of the nitrogen in the soil. So that's all, hoping that is understandable and clear for you.